Hey, John again, playing Immaculate Grid and playing Grid 454 today. Played 453 yesterday, thinking it was 452. So I just spiel about Carlos Yastrzemski because that's how many home runs he hit. I just lost track with all the games I had to make up from this last week. Today, 454 is the on base percentage in 1999 by Jeff Bagwell and 2017 by Joey Votto. So, two, I think, Hall of Fame caliber first baseman having great years, top three MVP seasons. Might be tough to get them in unless we get the only one team category, but we'll see what comes up. So I'm going to share my screen and we'll get into it. And I'll hit refresh, hit go, and away I'll go. All right. Oh, perfect. Jeff Bagwell works over here. Let's see. Oh, and I do get the only one team category, and I can use Joey Votto. Nice. All right, let's see. All-star. Let's go. Let's get Biggio, Craig Biggio over here. And then let's see, any all-star. How about Mike Hampton? Cool. Let's see, Hall of Fame for the Rangers. I think Ivan Rodriguez will work there. Let's get Rusty Greer over here. And how about Juan Gonzalez over here? And Robin Yount, get him there. And how about George Brett? All right, 79, just under a minute there. Got to use both of the people I called out in the grid of the day type thing. Looks like, oh, look at that. Wyatt Langford is the number one, only one team Ranger. That's, I guess a lot of that team right now is people who have been acquired. Yeah, Jeter maxing out 7, Pete Rose for 9, All-Star Hall of Fame. Obviously, is a decent overlap. Pete Rose makes sense because he's not a Hall of Famer, so he falls nicely into the All-Star category. Cool. Yeah, only one team is going to be a little bit tricky. I don't know if I have anyone for the Astros other than, well, Altuve's featured. I used Biggio and I used Bagwell already. So yeah, that'll be an interesting one. I'm trying to remember if I had a guy. Yeah, we'll see. Sorry, I stopped sharing and then it's just a picture of me thinking to myself about the grid I'm about to play, but no matter. Let's hit refresh on this one. All right. As far as Hall of Famers who play in Houston but not very long, I think Don Sutton and Eddie Matthews, who both have Milwaukee ties. I think they're both good options here. I'll go with Matthews. Takes 1%. And let's see, for the Rangers, Gaylord Perry didn't play for the Rangers, did he? No, I'm sorry. I'm Rich Gossage. Gaylord, I don't think Gaylord Perry ever plays for the Rangers, but Gossage does. And he'll work. Your other options are what? Pudge Rodriguez. Andrew Jones has not made the Hall of Fame yet. I hope he does someday. Nolan Ryan. So let's see. We've Ryan, we've Pudge. I got one here that I'm going to go with, actually. Let's go with that Jeff Zimmerman, relief pitcher. And then 2,000 career hits with only one team. It's a tricky one. We could go Lou Gehrig. We could go. Yeah, I guess we could go team by team. Yeah, Gehrig definitely works for the Yankees. Ripken will work for the Orioles. Um, don't think you can get anyone I can think of for the Blue Jays, or Rays, or let's see, for the Red Sox, Ted Williams and Carly Yastrzemski and Jim Rice will all work. And Jim Rice might be an all right pick. Can't think of anyone for the Guardians. White Sox, not gonna work. Nelly Fox would have worked over here though. I missed him. I think he'd be in the same category as Matthews and Sutton of Hall of Famers who played for the Astros but not known for the Astros. What about Luke Appling? I believe he only played for the White Sox. Pretty sure. There it is. Under 1%. That's pretty good. 2,000 hits and making an all-star game. Have Todd Zeal ever made an all-star game? He had almost exactly 2,000 hits. We go who's going to be at least somewhat sneaky here? 2,000 hits making an all-star game. I don't know if Mike Cameron gets to 2,000 hits. I think Steve Finley will work. I think he's up at like 2,500 career hits. It's pretty good, 0.2. And then anyone with 2,000 hits who's in the Hall of Fame. I think the money play is to get someone over two, but under sorry, over two, but under three, because the 3,000 hit club I think is decently well known. There's 31 guys there, and something like 26 of them are in the Hall of Fame. Obviously not Pujols or Cabrera yet, not Pete Rose, not Rafael Palmeiro. Beltre I guess Beltre is in now, so I could use him for Hall of Fame for the Rangers. But yeah, if we're sliding backwards, Al Simmons and Frank Robinson are both in the north of 2,900 hit territory. Harold Baines, of course, works. Actually, Harold Baines, I think, will be a good one here. I think he'll be even better than Gossage. Traded for Sammy Sosa. Takes 2%. That still leaves this one. Maybe that's an Al Simmons. Maybe that's a Rogers Hornsby. There's a Heimanish. Yeah, why not? Point one. All right, so for the Rangers, looking for an all-star for the Rangers, any all-star will work. I have messed this up before. A guy I played just in the timed round, Rusty Greer, never made an all-star game. He consistently hit over 300. He was the number 3 hitter in that lineup. Usually squashed in between Ivan Rodriguez and Juan Gonzalez. You had Will Clark and later Palmeiro and earlier Palmeiro in those lineups. Greer hit third on those teams, but didn't make an all-star team. Of course, we're looking for people who did make all-star teams. And trying to think of someone who will at least be a little bit sneaky about it. I don't know how sneaky. Let's see how sneaky Frank Howard is. Washington Senators from the 60s. I know he was in some of those starting lineups. Monster hitter. Okay, that was a little bit higher. I could have gotten someone a lot lower than that, I think. And then we need anyone from Houston who has ever made an All-Star game. And again, just trying to think about who might be at least somewhat obscure. Um, well, Mike Scott. Well, no, he won a Cy Young. I'm not sure how obscure that's going to be. What about maybe J.R. Richard, Jim Wynn, Cesar Cedeno, Jose Cruz Sr. I'm trying to think if there's anyone from my youth who surprised me when they made an All-Star game from the Astros. Maybe Derek Bell? Or did he just have a really good year in Houston? But I'm not positive if he made the All-Star game. Same thing with like Brad Ausmus. I think he's made All-Star games. I don't know if they were with Houston though. Um, Adam Everett is a name that I even remember Adam Everett being like in a very close ballot battle with someone else. And it being just a product of there wasn't really any awesome shortstops that particular year. I think it might have been the year that Edgar Renteria moved to the Red Sox. Because he was an all-star a number of years. Well, I think I'm kind of holding us up enough. Let's go Billy Wagner for 1%. And then the only one team category, and I'm trying to remember who my guy was, my 300 guy. Was it a Sosa? Have I messed this up before? I want to say there's a Sosa. And I want to say I confused if he played for the Royals. I think it's Jose Sosa, and I think he works. I think I was mixing him up with my Royals guy, but I think he'll work. Hey, he works 7. Takes nice low percentage there from Jose Sosa. Not decent all the way around. Frank Howard was a little bit higher. I probably could have come up with it was 80 choices. I could have come up with someone better than Frank Howard. I thought going with someone from the old Washington Senators, or I guess the newer Washington Senators, was going to be a decent play. But I'll take a 7, just under a minute, 7 rarity. Decent enough. Thank you so very much for playing. And we'll be back in a little bit. I might make up another grid here. I've still got a couple weeks till the All-Star break. All right, now. Peace.